Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello all, we are from Group 8. In this video, we will present our accounting theory project report about the case study regarding the implementation of accounting theory on the financial information needs in Sana Flores. First, we will introduce our group members. My name is Farah Abiy Fayad. And next,
My name is Rehan Desta.
My name is Sabina Humaira.
okay. So, three of us will present our project in this video, and the first part will be present by Rehan Desda. To Rehan Desda, time is yours.
Okay, so the first part of this project is we're gonna talk about the methodology that we use on the project. And here, the research design, we use the qualitative because we're gonna aim to explore and understand the meaning of the individual or groups ascribed to social or human problems. It based on the Creswell and Poth on 2018. So what are we gonna use to approach the case study? So we're gonna use an investigation of a contemporary phenomenon within in real life context. It's based on the yin in 2018, and the subject for this project is Sana Flores. It's a micro, small, and medium enterprises or MSME in Padang. So this approach is ideal for an in-depth exploration of the financial practices, asset management, revenue recognition, and business workflow of an informal micro business. And it also provides an crucial contextual insights into the real world conditions of the business owner or the MSMEs that lack of the structured financial systems. So there's three stages of the research here. So there is a pre-field stage, there is field work stage, and there is post-field stage. Next. So as you can see here, these are the, if you gonna use the diagram for the stages, there is start, problem identification, initial literature review, data collection, planning, and there's interview, analysis data, and there's conclusion and recommendation, and then reporting and the end. Next. Okay, so the next one is we're gonna talk about how do we do the research or the research method. So what data that we use and how do we collect it? So we use an primary data. It means that we get the data sources from the owner itself. And the method is you're gonna use the direct interview with the owner of the SMSE. And well, who is the subject? The subject is, as I already told you before, it's Sana Flores. It's a micro enterprise in the floorboard business. We choose it due to the researcher's direct access to the owner and familiarity with the business workflow. So why is the Sana Flores a suitable case? Because Sana Flores perfectly represent an MSMEs as defined by the Ministry of Cooperative and MSMEs of 2003. So why? Uh, so the Sana Flores operated from home with low capital and no employees. It lacks of formal accounting records. Uh, the financial tracking is done through simple on informal notes, and there is no formal inventory documentations. So this characteristic make it an ideal subject for analyzing how business with informal financial practice manage its operations and make decisions. So data collection planning next. Here are some of the questions that we use and how do we collect the data. So for the MSME profile, we're gonna ask about the who is the owner, when was it founded, what industry are you in, and etc. And there's equity and how much is this national business capital and who provides the capital, and is there an obligation to report the business to the capital owner? And there's asset. The question is what types of assets are owned? How do you acquire a large assets? Is there a record and is the edge measured to depreciation? And there's liability is are there any current liabilities of the owner? Next. And there is the 5 and 6 revenue and expense and the type of the question that you're gonna ask when interviewing the owner is what are the types of income and is there any business beside this business, and when are sales recorded, is there an account receivable systems, what type of payments are made which are and are not routine, and are there any credit purchases. Next. Okay, maybe that's all from me.
Okay, thank you so much, Raihan Desda. So the next part of this project explanation will be present by Sabina Humaira. To Sabina, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Farel. So I will explain about the result of our interview. Next. Okay, after planning the data collection procedures and preparing the questions, the researcher conducted a direct interview with the owner at the Santa Flores flower board business. From this interview, the following business profile was obtained. The business name is Santa Flores. The name of founder is Tasha. The business is established in Padang in 2024. The industry uh, is decorative printing surfaces, and form of business is MSME, and the number of employees is 0. The address in Siteba, Padang, West Sumatra, and there's the contact. Next. Based on the list of questions previously created, we have obtained information about this business as follows. Uh, for the equity, the question is how much is the initial business capital? And the owner answer is around 1 million. And who provides the capital? The capital is from owner and her siblings' personal savings. And is there an obligation to report the business to the capital owner? No, the owner is the one managing the business directly. And are there any financial report or financial record? If so, how is it recorded? Yes, there are any financial report, but just simple financial report consisting of cash in, cash out, cash in and cash out, which are recorded when there is a customer order. Next. For the assets, the question is what type of asset are owned? The asset owned by the business include flower board stand and baseboard, decorative material, tools, and motorcycle. How do you acquire large assets? The owner is acquire large assets by new. Is there a record and is the age measured for depreciation? The answer is no. And how is the value recorded? Recorded according to the purchase price or historical cost. And are there any assets that have been released? The answer is yes. And how is inventory recorded? When is inventory recorded? The answer is there is no inventory recording. Next. And for the liabilities, there is no liabilities in Santa Flores. Next. And for the revenue, the question is what are the type of income? The income from the sale of the flower board. Are there other business? No, there are no other business. And when are sales recorded? Is there an account receivable system? The answer is when a sale occurs and there is a receivable system with DP requirements. How much is the markup calculated? The markup is not calculated using a fixed percentage. And how the business workflow? The business workflow is the first one is customer order by chat. Then the flower board is made according to the request, and after that it is delivered. And are profits separated? Yes, the profit is separated. Next. For the expense, the question is what type of payments are made, which are and are not routine. Routine payments in the form of purchase of raw material and transportation. The non-routine payments is equipment replacement. Are there credit purchases? The answer is no. There is no formal recording. And is there cost of goods sold recording? The answer is no. And whose responsibility does the error bear? is the loss recorded? The responsibility for errors depend on the cause. There is no recording of the loss. Next. For data analysis and interpretations, based on the interview results, Sana Florist is a flower board business run by the owner, Tasha, and her sibling. The business was started from personal saving with an initial capital of only 1 million rupiah. The business operated at the owner's home, and there are no employees involved, making it a micro-cell enterprise that fits the category of MSMEs. The business doesn't have formal accounting records. Financial data is only recorded when there is an order, and the recording is done simply by a note on the owner's phone. There is no structure of financial statement, and there is no separation between business and personal finance, making it difficult to track profitability accurately. Assets owned by the business include flowerboard stand, baseboard, decorative item, and a motorcycle used for delivery. These assets are not formally recorded and there is no depreciation calculation. Assets are used until they are damaged or no longer usable and disposal is not documented. The business has no history of external loans or formal liabilities. All funding comes from the owners and her siblings' savings. There is no obligation to report financial activities to any third party, as the owner manages the entire business independently. Next. In terms of revenue, Sana florists earn income from the sale of customized flower boards. Orders are typically received by chats, and the workflow consists of preparing the flower board based on customer specification and delivering the product. Payment is usually made upon delivery. There is no fixed formula. Prices are set based on estimated material costs plus a profit margin determined by the owner's judgment and experience. Regarding inventory, there is no stock recording and system in place. Material are purchased when needed and typically per order. This makes stock management and cost tracking difficult. Cost of goods sold is not formally recorded and there is no calculation of production cost. If a mistake, if a mistake occurs due to the business fault, the owner remakes the product at her own cost. However, if the error is from the customer, then the customer must bear the replacement cost, and further losses are not formally recorded. Routine expense include the purchase of material and delivery costs. Since the business is managed by the owner and their sibling, only there are no employee salaries or fixed monthly operating costs like rent or utilities. So in conclusions, Sana Florists operate with informal financial practices, minimal documentation, and limited capital. The business model is simple, and decisions are made intuitively by the owner without the use of structured financial analysis. That is all for me. I will give back to Farah.
Okay, thank you, Sabina. So the last two part of this project explanation will be present by me. So next is the discussion and analysis part. So uh here are the analysis of the Sana Flores versus the accounting theory. So we compare the Sana Flores real practice with accounting theory, and here we used five elements. There are equity, assets, liabilities, revenues, and expense. Okay, so for the equity, it start from the personal savings, but no outside investor. The profits are separated, but no full record. So, and the theory says the profit should be clearly recorded even for the owner-only business. Next is about the assets. They own tools, materials, and also motorcycle, but there is no depreciation, no full asset records. And we see that the theory says the assets must be recorded, depreciated to show the real value over time. Next, is the about the liabilities. We find that there are no debts or external loans, and we see that the theory says even with no debts, the liabilities must be documented if any appear. And next, in the revenue elements, we find that the income from flower brought sales, And for the orders, there are by via chat and payments mostly cash or down payment. And also the pricing by estimations and no other formula. We see that in the accounting theory said revenue recognized when service delivered match which expenses. And last is the expenses element. We find that the regular expense are from the materials and the delivery, and there are no record for the losses if mistake happens. We see that the theory say the expense must be properly recorded to match the revenues. So, for the key points, we see that the Sana Florist, use the proprietary theory. There are no clear separation between the owner and the business. And the management still simple and intuitive, and it works for the small scale but hard for the bigger growth. Okay, next is about the conclusion and the recommendation part. So, for the conclusions, the Sana Flores represent the typical micro MSMA, informal and minimal records. The financial decisions made intuitively and no structured reports. It reflects on the proprietary theory, but not fully aligned with the modern accounting standard. And Sana Flores still needs improvement for the better business growth. So the recommendation we can give here, there are 5 points. The first one is the basic accounting education. It will teach the owners simple accounting concepts. And the second one is the use simple accounting apps. Maybe they can use the easy smartphone apps for daily recording, for every transaction and every outcome. And the third one is the government support. Maybe Sana first can join workshops, mentoring, or get tax incentive. And the fourth one is the community and university support. Uh, they can join the MSME groups or student assistants. And the last recommendation is the gradual formalizations. Sana Flores can start simple to try record income or expense by the assets records, and also maybe later can give full reports. So this recommendation goals is to help MSME make better decisions, control cost and grow stronger, and also contribute more to Indonesia's economies. Okay, so that's all from our presentation about this group project. We are from group 8, and thank you all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.